Hello everyone, this is Daren with Madcap Toys. I want to welcome you back to the Toy Barn. We have been really busy the last couple of days. Our sales have been picking up. Numbers have been going up. We've been running consistently close to $300 almost 7 days straight. So that's going pretty good. I mean, low end would be down a little below $200, but we're doing a pretty good average. We've got some things that we're going to discuss with you and with Kathy and all that. And we've got quite a few orders going out. I think you said we have 16 today going out?
We have 14 going out.
14 going out.
11 pending.
11 pending. So we have a total of 25 orders that are due to go out in the next couple of days.
Yep.
Now, I have a buyer off of eBay that's a little upset. I hate to discuss subjects like this, but I'm going to let everybody know this right now so you know where we're coming from. In this time of year, we have sales that we usually put where we will ship out items from day 2 days shipping and handling, to day 5 shipping and handling. Now, there's a reason for that. And it's because a lot of times we get things where they just come in and come in and come in and come in, and the companies, whether it be eBay, Mercari, or Poshmark,
right,
will demand that you try to get as many items out as you can. We use the day tier for a reason, to give us a little bit of breathing room. So like Kathy today, we've got X amount of items going out today. Well, we've had orders coming in all day, and it's a good thing, and we're thankful for that. But there's no way after 3 o'clock we can get them packed up and ready to go and ship them out at the post office, so that automatically pushes us to the next day. And so we got to rush and get those orders out and get them packed and get those ready to go out the very next day. And it's going to be like that, guys, all the way through the holiday. We had a gentleman that got a little upset. He bought an item late Wednesday night. He's a little upset because here we do not count Saturdays and Sundays as business days. Sunday, no post office. Saturday, you've got to get down there before noon, and we can't always do it with all the other business we have to do.
And other businesses.
Yeah, and with other businesses that we have to deal with, and orders we got coming in, or things we got to pick up, or supplies we got to go get. And banking, I mean, that's a big one with us, is banking a lot of times. So there's reasons, for instance, on that. If you buy something late, especially after 5 o'clock is late, but especially if you buy something at 11:30 at night, do not count on that item going out the very next day.
Right.
Odds are, with Christmas holiday coming around, do not count on it all the time going out the day after. We had a 5-day waiting period on that, and we very rarely have to throw back to that. And we're going to be getting that out in 4 days, but we've got it there for a reason, because we don't know when we're going to get a massive surge of orders in and have to deal with things that come in right then, right there, because some of our listings are for the very next day. All right, so we have to give those priority. If you say, well, you should go by what comes in first, that's not the way eBay works.
No.
And here's another thing. If you want an item at a certain time, it is up to you to say, I want this item at this time. Can you ship it out? If we say yay or nay, or whoever your seller is at the time, that's fine and understandable. But if you buy something late at night when the office is closed and you can't contact us or talk to us, then that's on you. You're getting it whatever time and date it says it's going out. And by the way, a lot of you guys, some of the stuff that we're having to deal with right now isn't because it's an important gift for somebody's birthday like we're always told. It's because somebody has sold something. They took our listing, sold the item, and thus they're trying to get it shipped out to their customers to make them look good. We don't recommend you do that. We don't try to keep you from getting the item, but we can't always guarantee that your item will be shipped out to your Mercari customer or your eBay customer when you're telling them you want it shipped out. It goes by our schedule, not whatever that schedule is. So keep that in mind, because we can't always logically do that. We try, but we can't. And my base thoughts as a seller, I know some wouldn't agree. Lonnie wouldn't agree. Some other people may not agree. If you don't have the item, don't sell it. Don't pretend to be a seller that you're not. And I'm not trying to be mean, hateful, or arrogant. I'm just saying, guys, we've worked a long time to get where we are. Build up the stock and inventory. There's nothing wrong with being a new, young seller, but do it right. Treat your customers right, and treat everybody involved in a transaction from start to finish with respect, because that's the way you get more of those bees is with honey than you will with the sour milk. Because everybody is important, and we want everybody to be happy, but there are some things during this time of year it ain't going to happen, because we can only do so much, and we can only surge so much,
we can
honestly
only ship so much
yeah
a day.
So and I'll be honest with you, Kathy, we are at 6:37.
Yeah, it's like
It's 7 p.m. I believe right now, right at 7 p.m. We're working way OT right now. There are times we will work till 2 o'clock in the morning by the end of this year, to where Christmas is over. And we don't complain. This is part of the deal. We got to bring in a kid, we'll bring in a kid. We got to hire somebody else, we'll hire somebody else. But the thing is, guys, there is a surge. And if you haven't sowed hardly at all and you're starting out, I recommend you have your own inventory, because if you're relying on somebody else, ours or otherwise, you might screw up, because we or somebody else may not be able to meet your deadline to your customers.
Guys,
We
about
try.
15 or 20 years ago, we did drop ship with wholesale companies.
We drop ship, so we know what we're talking
about. We didn't drop ship wholesale on other people's listings, but we did.
Come on over and tell them this stuff.
And there were times that, hey guys, there were times that we would put, and our kids were part of it, like hundreds and thousands of listings.
Yeah.
Because they had that all available. We'd work with several wholesale companies, but we couldn't keep up. Even with our little 5-person family, we had a lot of good orders. It was a good time back then.
We had a good time with it. Yeah.
But we would have a rash of, maybe, for instance, like little blanket throws, like Scooby-Doo. Oh, here's one. Scooby-Doo blanket throws. We didn't know all of a sudden it was going to be uber popular after so long. All of a sudden you would get a few orders and you'd go to that wholesaler, and all of a sudden they're like, yep, out of stock. And so you would almost see, if you got an order, it was because it was out of stock everywhere else.
Everybody's
and you were
looking
the last
for it.
one standing, in theory. So it got to the point where we were just like, you know what? We're tired of getting the dings, getting the slaps, getting the disappointed and the warnings. Let's get our own inventory. Let's start at the bottom of our basement like we did in Ellisville. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's build, and that's where. And
guys, we have always had a good run-of-the-mill inventory. So don't think we only did distributors, but at the time we got contracts with 2 or 3 big distributors that said, hey, we want to work with you. Will you work with us? We did, but here's the problem nobody in the distributing world tells you. They go out of business a lot. We found it out the hard way.
A lot of them did, and I'm not saying
become your own distributor, man.
Right, if you can. And I'm not downing people.
Pass it off to you,
and I'm not downing people that are doing the drop shipping. If you do that, that's great. The only people I'm downing on is the people that say they drop ship, but they're using everyday people's listings to do it.
And
that's not good. And it's not even legal.
they use a fake buyer account that has no activity except for buying. And I'm sorry, if you want to sell what you have. If you don't have it, don't get upset with people that do have it and are trying to work through a system. If the item says it takes 5 days or 6 days to ship, don't you dare gripe because you say you can have it out in 2 or 3 days.
Right, and we put it in the listing at that particular listing he's talking about from earlier. It literally says includes 4 business days handling time, not including ship time. And we still got the guy upset.
Still getting angry.
Which is fine. It's going out. And guess what? It's way before the allotted time that eBay said, so we're good.
Well, I'll even let Kathy show you here in a minute what it is. But to me, the reason I said that, like I said again before, is it's ridiculous. Do not sell what you do not have unless you want to have this kind of a headache, because we are not basing our business around your expectations.
No.
We're basing them around getting you quality merchandise at a quality time as fast as we can during the holiday season, and we never know what our post office is going to do to us.
That's right.
You know?
So this is basically the said one. It's a loose action figure, right? It's not a brand.
Not a brand new
really.
one. No. What is it? Leonard?
It's a Leonard.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen Leonard in your local Target, Walmart, whatever stores? They're hanging. They're kind of like the off-brand of. No, they're not G.I. Joe. But
and
there's
another thing I'll throw in there, and I hate to interrupt all the time, but I've just got to do it on this subject because it's been a headache I've been going around with all day. It's an all-day headache.
He's had it.
Yeah.
He's had a day.
I've had it up to here today, guys. Really have.
Oh, one of those
But
Mondays.
this here's what, $6-7 item.
Before shipping the boo, $6.98. You're right.
$6.98. Okay. And I believe the item was on sale when the guy purchased it, which is fine. We offer that to our customers as an incentive and a thank you for shopping with us. We appreciate it. But here's the deal. It is a low-end item. It's an used item.
Yep.
All right. And I'm told, hey, I need this for a birthday present. I looked at the guy's username, 213 at the time feedbacks when I looked at it earlier today. No feedbacks for, looks like years. I could be wrong, months. But guys, I'm going to tell you, when I look at certain things and see certain size, that tells me it's a buyer that's buying it because they're trying to sell someone else's merchandise, and usually they have 3 or 4 different buyer accounts.
And to be honest with you, it is illegal not to do this. Against eBay policy. You can drop ship, but you're not allowed to drop ship other people's items. Am I correct? Or actually, eBay says not to drop ship.
eBay doesn't want drop shipping unless they've changed it recently.
Correct. I believe, like you said, that they cannot drop ship items. Period. They have to be your inventory.
If you do not have it in stock,
correct,
you are not supposed to list somebody else. You're not even supposed to use other people's photos. And we've seen recently 3 or 4 times my photos being used. My product.
15, 20 years ago, that wasn't a policy back then.
Yeah.
People would use it because in order to move up to get to where you had inventory, a lot of times you would do we'd do the drop shipping thing. We did that part time as long as our coin collection thing that we owned the inventory on.
But we always had a relatively well-rounded inventory.
We sure did.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna get into the what sold. That's what's important, is what's selling. What's selling out of your pile. What's selling out of our pile. I believe, and I want to say this lately, that fourth quarter Christmas shopping is starting to peak, only because I've been seeing it in regards to the toys quite a bit. So I'm excited to share that with you guys this week for sure.
We're thankful, honest with you.
Very first one, we're gonna go with this one. We're not gonna shout out names and all that. We're just gonna, it's not right, so we're just gonna go with it. 2003 Leonard, the Corpse Elite Commando #1 action figure, and it sold for $6.98 plus
shipping to boot.
Shipping to boot. So, yep, going out in the AM. All right, and this one didn't really need to go. We found it, so it's going to go out in the collection. I try, guys, not to stick on the subject, but I try my best. If I haven't found it, we're able to physically ship it out, even if it's earlier than what eBay says. We try to do it.
We try to do it.
We can't always do it because,
yeah.
And again, and we say it a lot, but sometimes when it hits closer to the weekend, eBay is 2 business, 3 business policy. Always sticks things on Monday and Tuesday.
Right. And let's be honest with you, life does happen, and there are times we have to do grandkids or kids or
a lot of things,
mama or papa, as it was dead things.
Right, and new pets, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That was another story, but we won't get into that. He's a good boy, but he's still trying to learn. He's a learning right now. All right, so we got the 2019 new Spin Masters How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World Snotlout and Hook. Found on the Danny shelf, going out to Crystal. Hi, Crystal.
Thank you, Crystal.
For $18.68. So we had a little bit of maybe a 10-15% off on here to do it, and they took it. So thank you so much.
And we do run sales all the time on something.
Absolutely, we sure do. All right, next up. We have, and I'm not going to pick both of them up because it's hard to do with one hand, but we had these for quite a while. These were actually from the early 2010s. That's how long we've had these.
Yeah.
These were from...
But you wouldn't believe it. I mean,
to tell you how old these are from a Kmart retail arbitrage.
Right.
So they've been around for a while with us. But they're still really beautiful mitten box. And this person bought 2 of them, so they bought me out of stock here, which is great. It's the Barbie and Princess Power Corinne doll, Sounds and Lights from Mattel. Raymond's bought 2 of them, and it sold for $36. So both of them total.
Thank you.
$36. Thank you so much for that.
And I'll be honest with you, they're really nice looking dolls.
Beautiful dolls.
Yeah.
I don't believe their demo batteries are. I think they're out after being here for about
It'll be a while. Yeah,
several years.
A lot of heat and cold. You know how it goes.
Correct. The batteries go out. All right, and so it never always every taping we always have a coin or 2 or 3. We got one right here, a really nice one. This came from Daren's Coin Cases. It's an 1886 O, which stands for Orleans for those that are wondering what the O stands for. 90% silver Morgan dollar, average circulated, going out to Michael. Hi, Michael. For $50.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it.
Now, you know what happens when we have items like this that are $50 or more? Always put signature confirmation on it no matter what, so we know that it is being not only just tracked, because it's tracked anyway, but that we know that the buyer actually received it in hand.
And that protects us and you both.
Absolutely. Okay. Next up, we're going swimsuiting here in the Barbie field. We've been getting some Barbie, a lot of Barbies going out since the movie, for sure.
It has been a Barbie week.
It's been a Barbie week. This is the 2002 Rio de Janeiro Ken Barbie doll. Came off of the river shelf. Going out to Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. For $13.99.
Now, just out of curiosity, what year is he?
He is 2002.
2002.
So 21 years old.
He looks. It looks a little older. I think it's got to be the wrapping and the style.
It is. Well, 21 years ago, that's what it looked like.
Is that what he looked like back in the day?
Back 21 years ago.
All right. Well, good deal.
Well, he's not blonde. He's got like back when we did highlights in the early 2000s.
They adjusted it,
You know, the first American what is the American Idol and all that
Yeah.
good stuff. We all had the big old highlights and all that. So we're coming off of the late 90s and all. Okay, so we have the Gamorrean guard we need to find.
Okay, I'll get on that.
And so Daren's going to look for that. Then we had another buyer that bought 2 items. I'm going to try to figure out how to pack these tonight. And I'm just going to only hold one, guys, because it's pretty big here. We got these from a pallet buy. This is the Barbie Color Reveal Peel Mermaid Fashion Reveal Doll Set with 25 surprises. And, of course, Joseph bought 2 of those. Thank you so much, Joseph. For $65.98. See, that's all I needed him for. I mean, yeah. 60. Thanks, Daren.
Feel real good there.
Real good. Good job. I'd hand clap, but I'm holding Barbie. All right. See, they $65.98 for both. So about $30-some a piece. Took a little deal, and he rode with it. He's probably got a couple of girls.
Make sure they both have one.
Absolutely, you've got to have that, right?
We had to do that with brothers, yeah.
For sure.
And again,
all right, so we're going to back up for a second because Daren was my savior in this. So I looked at a few totes, could not find. So he was living out here in the toy barn, because it said Star Wars tote. So we must have moved some out.
Well, it probably was in the tote, but I started putting, as you know, little by little,
plastic ones
put these in plastic because they're just so much easier to keep track of.
And find. And I tried to find it, but I flipped through, but I didn't have the heater on yet, so I was starting to freeze a little bit. We made it. 1983 Vintage Kenner Star Wars Return of the Jedi Gamorrean Guard. Going out to Ty. Hi, Ty. For $18.98. Only a little less than 10% of what it was put on for.
Yep,
so.
Thank you.
Perfect. Okay.
And the army builders in that series should, unless something catastrophic happens, should, as time continues to go on, should increase in price.
It should. It really should. Yeah. All right, and in the Matchbox series, the Matchbox MBX Heroic Rescue 2014 Fabian Valley Police Crime Crusher 4x4 came from our die cast wall over there.
Say that 4 times fast.
Couldn't do it, honestly, tonight. It's going out to Raymond. Hey, Raymond. For $5.99. Beautiful card, really nice. and perfect to add to your Matchbox collection. There we go. All right, guys, and next up we have a comic. I had to board and bag it. This was one of the single ones Daren had for a while, so we wanted to make sure it was board and bagged.
Yes.
So it can be shipped in a Gemini mailer tonight. Well, not shipped tonight, but packed for tomorrow. This is the 2017 Marvel Comics The Archer's Generations #1 comic book, and it's going out to Dan. Hi, Dan, for $6.
Hey, thank you, Dan.
And it said outside Marvel pile. It actually was in the Toy Barn
Outside
Marvel pile,
yeah.
because we have another storage area partially in our garage that we have everything nice and taken care of. So we have some out there too. So it worked out perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. And from one of our Amazon pallet buys, so cool. I just dropped it. Sorry, guys. It's been one of those days today, but we're gonna get through it.
One day,
so this was in one of the Amazon mystery boxes. I have had 3 of them. This is the last one. This is the Thanks
So it's
case.
sell out?
Sell out.
All right.
Sold out. This is the Thanks case for iPad Air 10.9 Pro 11 rotating case cover. It is color is mint quatrefoil. I don't know, quaterfoil. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And it is going out to Mary. Hi, Mary, for $9.29.
That's a good
Beautiful.
deal.
Yeah, it is. Beautiful cover. I like the cover very much so.
Looks like it's good for school use.
Yeah, and you can take it anywhere. If you've got, like myself, insurance agent appointments, and you use an iPad to applications and all of that, it's great to cover it, to protect it.
Well, from rain and what have
and if you have
yeah.
stuff, hopefully you won't have a lot of stuff on top of it, but other things, or if you put it in a case, in a briefcase or whatever, it's going to protect that iPad.
Right.
Beautiful. Thanks so much for that. Thank you so much. All right. And from the Godzilla series, I've been going through the HeroClix box there, swimming through. This is the 2016 Bandai Godzilla movie 5-inch Anguirus from HeroClix box 1, going out to Chris. Hey, Chris, for $6.78. I liked him because he looks like he's on his hands and knees, kind of crawling.
Well, that's Godzilla's best friend.
Is it really? See, you learn something every day with Daren, right? Every single day. Okay, perfect. And this one over here was easy to find, but I didn't know if we already still had it or not, which we found out we did in the other site.
Do we have more or not?
No, we are out of these.
So it's a sell-out.
Another sell-out.
Yeah.
This is the Imperial Toys 41-piece construction playset. So all these cool little construction pieces. And it's going out to Tom. Hey, Tom. For $7. Not bad.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, actually above what you had priced at the toy store.
Yeah, but that shows you looking it up in comparison price. We just don't pull prices out of the hat. What'd you do?
It powered off on us, guys. But we're gonna, what did I do, right? So we have 2 of these, and so I wanted to make sure because they were the exact, but one had a little bit of wear and one didn't. So the one that we sold didn't have wear, so I made sure I got that one.
Right.
But this is the 1983. Can you guys see it? Bandai GoBots Crane Brain Yellow Enemy Robot Crane Tonka, going out to Diane. Hi, Diane. For $19.98. You can never have enough GoBots, right?
No,
from the 80s.
And they're getting harder. The originals are getting harder and harder to find. At least in our area of the country, they might be plentiful somewhere else, but they're hard to find in any decent shape.
I agree with you right then and there. So I think we had. That is all of it.
You did it all.
Actually, I think we did it all. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, if you want to count the same, I 12.
You gotta count.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 here.
Going out today. Yeah.
Going out today, but it would be down to like if you -2 because of the same orders, maybe 13 orders, etc.
Yeah.
So most, like some of them, like we said from the earlier video, some of them aren't due until like 2 days out, but I'm going to go ahead and ship them because I have the room. And then I had new ones pour in that only gave me about a day and a half to get them ready. So Some of those have to be shipped like Wednesday and, you know, all of that.
And
so
we're
it's
not
just,
really trying to gripe about shipping out an item.
No.
It's just the fact
No.
of logistics.
Logistics, and we have to make those quick decisions to do what we have to do to keep our customer service where it needs to be, to keep the quality. And 99.9% of the time you see in our feedback that we have people saying fast shippers, quality packaging, excellent customer service. So we attempt to make sure that we follow those rules.
And a lot of times we'll give out a if I can speak English, 5-day item. We try to give it out within 2 to 3 days.
Right.
But holiday time,
we're pressing it, right,
hard,
guys?
yeah.
Especially if you have a niche that's like us, where we're helping
Santa
Claus and Jesus to get what we need to do to help everybody's Christmases be the most fantastic ever every year. We got to make quick decisions to do what we got to do. And we do take it serious. And when eBay does, on the weekends, put everything on like Monday or Tuesday, no matter what, it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Well,
but
there's times I
used
to have to ship 3 times in a day.
Yeah, so we might have to end up doing that.
Years ago. And it just got to where it's like, guys, I'm cutting shipping crew, cutting hours because... You know, you got to decide what's good for your company's bottom
Absolutely,
line.
and if we have to do that, we have lovely friends down there that are in our local town that will be more than happy to help. And they do it with smiles, and we appreciate you guys all the time.
Always smiles.
All the time. All right, guys, we don't have anything else here. We got to go back, make sure Claus is being behaved, and then we're going to go pack some of this stuff up and get it out in the AM, actually all of it, and then start looking for the next day. So until then, guys, we thank you so much. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.